Hi, it's Ian here. Welcome to More Clients TV. On this episode, we're going to look at a real fundamental of using LinkedIn to get clients, but it's one that most people get horribly wrong. If you're on LinkedIn, but you're not really getting results from it, then this could be the reason. It only takes a few minutes to solve, so stay tuned. So we're going to look at the number one mistake that people make on LinkedIn, and that mistake is with their LinkedIn profile. Now, we know what you're thinking. Oh, LinkedIn profiles, they're very basic. It's the first thing that people set up, but LinkedIn profiles are incredibly important. If you think about it, if you're a consultant, a coach, any kind of professional these days, then before a potential client is going to give you a call or have a meeting with you, you can guarantee two things. They're going to Google your name and they're going to check out your LinkedIn profile. And there is a huge difference between an effective profile and a poor or a mediocre profile. If you don't get it right, then the chances are that the potential client won't make that call, or they'll get some kind of perception of you that's going to be very difficult for you to shake. And the truth is that most people have really bad LinkedIn profiles. The reason for that is they haven't understood who they're writing their profile for. And LinkedIn kind of takes you down the wrong track there. When you first join LinkedIn, it asks you about your education, who you've worked for before. It feels like you're writing a CV or a resume. But for most of us, writing our LinkedIn profile in CV format is the worst thing we can do, because whether you run your own business, you're a self-employed professional, or you're an employed consultant, coach, etc., 9 times out of 10 you're not looking for a new job, but pretty much all the time you are looking for new clients. And that's the thing, you should be making your profile client focused. If you write it like a CV and you say, you know, what the size of the department you managed, how many people worked for you, the size of the budget you had, from a client's perspective, they don't care. They want to know what you can do for them. So make sure your profile is client focused. Now, instead, what you get is you often get blank profiles, or you get profiles which are CVs, just a list of the previous jobs they've had, or you get the show-off profile where someone tells you how brilliant they are, and it puts you off, or a self-indulgent profile where they talk about their mission in life and their values. You got to think, does a client actually care about that? And chances are they don't. So let's take a look at some typical LinkedIn profiles to see what we see, some good and see some bad. So here we are on the LinkedIn Advanced Search. What I'm doing is I've restricted the search to people who are in the management consulting sector. A, because that's the sector I used to work in, and B, we want to compare like with like. I've said second and third order connections only because I don't want to embarrass my first order connections. And I've searched for a job title of partner. So in other words, these are senior people in management consulting firms, people whose responsibility it is to win clients. So if anything, they should have good profiles. So let's have a search, see what we come up with. So there are some results. So over at number one there we have Bill Kane. Now Bill starts off badly, hasn't got a photograph, so immediately he's not making that human connection, and his this is known by LinkedIn as your professional headline, and it says partner at Deloitte. Now this is editable on your profile, but by default it takes it from your last job title. Now partner at Deloitte is good for you to show off and say, hey, I'm a partner, but to a potential client it doesn't mean anything. You know, what does that mean? How does that tell me how you can help me, or whether you're a good person for me to know? If we look at the one below, Charles McLachlan, that says growing leaders, transforming businesses, etc., etc. So if you're into leadership and business transformation, you need that to happen for your organisation. That tells you Charles may be someone you should go and visit the profile of and find out more about. But with Bill, no, you just know he's a partner at Deloitte. Let's see if his profile itself is any better. We scroll down. Nope, there's no summary at all. All it does is has a list of his experience, which all seems to be various types of partner at Deloitte. It's not as if he doesn't use his profile. He's got 270 LinkedIn. He's got 274 connections. He's just not using it well. If you were a potential client of Bill's, if Bill was bidding for some work with you, if you're maybe thinking of giving him a call, this just wouldn't help you. It just wouldn't help you at all. So let's go back. Let's scroll down a bit. Keith, there we have Keith Baldwin. There's a photograph. But, you know, in truth, that's not a great photograph. It doesn't look so professional. It looks a bit overexposed. And because it's a kind of a half body shot, you can't really see Keith's features. You can't see his eyes. You can't see his smile. It's more difficult to get a good, warm feeling and begin to build a relationship when the photograph's like that. You really want it to be a headshot. Again, he's got this partner thing going on there. He does have something in his summary, and he says, for well over 25 years, the focus of my work has been project and program management, etc., etc. Okay, he's got something. It does tell you what he works on, project and program management, but it's all about him and what he's done. It doesn't tell you about what he's delivering for his clients. As a client, you'd have to read that, think it out, and extrapolate to figure out what Keith could do for you. So again, not such a great profile. Let's go down a bit further. Do John Core. Now John's got a good start there. So for John it says working with the owners and CEOs of service businesses needing to deliver large-scale operating cost reductions. So if I run a service business and I want to get some cost reductions, maybe John is a person I should be checking out, and I'll click on his profile. Probably the headshot could be a little bit better. It's a small one in the middle there instead of being taking the full size. What's it say in his summary? I specialise in working with the CEOs and owners of service businesses who are dissatisfied with their current profitability and the pace of performance improvement. That's good. It tells me exactly who he works with. If that's me, if I'm a CEO of a service business and I want to get more profitability and cut costs, sounds like he could be a good person to talk to. I've helped clients deliver large-scale transformation and cost reduction programs that have created over $18 billion of shareholder value in my career. That sounds good. He's adding credibility to it. He then talks about how his business differs from other firms. Some specific examples of who he's worked with and what he's done for them. Great. That really adds credibility. I can see that these are firms that could be like me, different sorts of service businesses, and he's made huge improvements for them. Kind of guy I might want to get in touch with. Now what he's missing here is he hasn't got a call to action, something saying give me a call on this number or go to this website to find out more. So that's probably the one missing thing for John to do, is add that call to action. Let's do one more quickly. Scroll down a bit, see who looks interesting. Let's go for David here. He's got a good headshot. That's a good, clear one. We can see him. I can see his smile. I can see his eyes. Making a bit of a relationship there. What does it say inside? Again, he's still got the partner thing. It seems that if you make partner in a big firm, you're so obsessed and proud of it that you want to tell everyone, as opposed to get interested in what the client might care about. So the summary: partner in KPMG's consulting business, ex-partner in this, formerly managing director. It's all about him. Again, there's no that if he was looking for a job or you know, writing this for a headhunter, that would be great. Tell the headhunter all the things he's done. Doesn't really tell the client anything. So if David is heading up a big bid for a potential client, or maybe a potential client might be interested in calling him to see how KPMG might be able to help them in a certain area, this doesn't really tell them what skills, what experience, what improvements David might be able to deliver for them. So again, not such a great profile. So if those are not such great profiles, what does a good profile look like? Well, here's a very simple template you can use to improve your profile. Firstly, have a professional headshot, as I said. So that's focused on your head, seeing your eyes, seeing your smile, beginning to make that connection. Headline should be about who you work with and what benefits they get from it. The summary itself, restate that who and what benefits, because they'll have scrolled down by then, they need to see it again, but expand on it. Tell them more about the benefits, as you saw from John's profile, and give some evidence to prove that you can get those benefits. So if you've won some awards, great example that John used was examples of client work, the names of the clients and the amounts he saved for them. Brilliant way of proving you can really do what you claim you can do. And then have a call to action. Go to this website, give me a call. What should they do next after having read your profile? Give them a hint. I also like to, you don't see this very often, but I think it works really well, share something personal, because people buy from people. LinkedIn can be very impersonal, all business focused. If you share something personal about you, what you're interested in, who you are as a human being, it helps to round out your profile, allows people to make a personal connection. And it's surprising how often, if they do contact you, they actually mention that personal thing. Oh, I saw you support Newcastle. I'm a big Liverpool fan. You guys are doing well this season, or something similar. Always makes life easier if you share something personal. So here's a quick test. I just wrote that earlier. How does my profile measure up to that? So here we are. Well, I know I've got a decent headshot, got it taken professionally. There I am, smiling. I'm not the prettiest, but it does make a friendly connection. Here's my professional headline: marketing coach, straight talking advice for consultants and coaches to help them attract clients and win more business. Who do I work with? Consultants and coaches. What do I help them get? Attract clients and win more business. Very clear. It also says at the start, straight talking advice for, because that's my market positioning. No fluff, no messing about, no theory, straight talking practical advice. It says marketing coach at the front because that helps you get found in LinkedIn searches if you have keywords at the start of the professional headline and at the start of your summary. And in my case, I've shown up in search results 65 times in the last 3 days, and my profile's been viewed by 17 people in the last 3 days. What's my summary say? I'm a marketing coach who helps consultants and coaches win more clients. Clear who I work with, clear what they get, expand on it, work with professionals, brilliant at what they do, want to get better at attracting, winning more clients. A bit more about what they actually get from me. Call to action, get a free taster of what I do, head over to that webpage where they can get my free blueprint, which will give them some great ideas about marketing and sales, some credibility builders, some of the awards I won recently, and then the personal front, who I'm married to, kids, cat, passion outside of work, and my long-suffering Newcastle United supportership rounds me out as a human being to people. So I don't think I've done bad, actually. Didn't do things quite in the same order as the template I showed you, but I covered all those main elements, and as a result, my profile works pretty well. Follow this template, make sure your profile does the same for you. That's it for now. Hope you found that useful. I'll catch you again on an upcoming episode of More Clients TV. Cheers.